The new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the vaunted Steelers defense that comes up with the big play here. They come up with the interception here, one of 4 turnovers forced by this unit. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Caleb Williams. This will wind up a touchdown. The Bears win this one by 11. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's Kayshon Boutte. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Browns move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week, right here on EA Sports.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the visitor's sideline, the Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road looking for their first win. On the other side, his counterpart, the Jets head coach. These guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably...
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short bomb punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league.
They go play action with Fields. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Here we go.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brothers. This is James Cook. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Man in motion is Coleman. Allen on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First catch for the man who led the league after 1 week in receptions. Huge game week 1. Good start to week 2. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son.
Another run here with Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It is 3rd and 10.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now
from the shotgun. It's Fields. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down, you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll take this to about the 28. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Once again, it's Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Here's Jake Bailey now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Here's Gibson to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Fields to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's going to be out about awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up.
Here we go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
Austin McNamara in punt formation for the Jets.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And he will go all the way. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
Gibson now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action now for Fields. Now he'll run. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Throwing is Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Bills 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. This is caught 2. And he'll take it on in. his first touchdown of the new campaign. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight divisional titles, it's hard to see who can knock them off that perch rate.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Good for the Jets.
They'll run. This is Hall. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain
Ball
of 18.
down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He keeps it himself. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
10 yards. That's good for another.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Start.
That one taken in. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Bills 21, Jets 7. Harrison Davis to
Both
kick
teams
off.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own
The
19.
Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Third down, it's Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Run out of the gun with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From 23, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And in motion is Coleman. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Throw on the run is complete. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills have run out to a 24-7 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Jeanty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
He connects with Palmer on that one. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw again. He'll air one out for Palmer. And that is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Throwing again is Allen. He'll drop this underneath the Cook. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Quickly to the outside and complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. He'll get up and clock it here, and they're set up to possibly get 3 before the break. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Jaden Reed. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Packers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And here it's Tua looking for and finding his favorite target, Tyreek Hill. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins still trail, however, and that game's gone to half. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And this is Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Niners on top in this one at halftime. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thank you. The rain, as you see, still coming down in sheets. We'll see how the coaching staffs adjust to the weather here in the second half. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball to 20, It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, but you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
First down, Bills.
To throw is Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8.
At the 36-yard line.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
At the 38-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On third down, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down, Buffalo.
Throwing is Allen. A short pass taken in by Knox. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second down at the 50-yard line.
Going to make the read and hold on here. Yeah. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Buffalo. Play action. It's Allen. He's got room to roam. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
The drive begins with a run, and it's all. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's taken down
From the 33, here's second down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his big tight end, Rucker. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Give up the middle with Hall. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. It's a good pickup on second down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. The center, Joe Tippmann, guilty of that top. Fields now on second down. Greg Russo in there to bring him down, and that's his first sack of the year.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Bill.
And in motion is Coleman. On first down, Allen. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On first and 10, it's Cook. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 32-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Man in motion is Coleman. To the air. On second down, here's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Third and long. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll get it inside the 20. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And a nice game there. On first down, he takes it forward for 8 yards. We'll come to the line now on second and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is caught, and he will score again. James Cook, Touchdown, Bills. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Pass is kicked is good. And the Bills will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They get the 7th overall pick there, Armand Membu. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. Pass is caught. That's Rucker, the tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. Will bring up 4th down. Fields to throw for it. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. On the carry, it's Cook. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here is Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Bills bringing on the punt team. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Open is the tight end Rucker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now, Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Finding space at the 40. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Here's Taylor. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play callers that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
It's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Ready?
To throw is Taylor. That's dropped off for Allen. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 6. That's another Jets.
Throwing, Taylor. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Taylor looking to throw. Working his way out left. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
So, fourth down, here's Harrison Mevis for the Jets field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, this is strong. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Bills offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss in the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
We'll try and run here with Cook. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Bills bringing on their punting unit, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Taylor. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the
back to throw. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Javon Solomon. He gets there for the sack. So a road win here for the Bills. They get the victory away from home in the division. So valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi everyone, Scott Hanson, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Buffalo Bills. And it's the Buffalo defense coming up with the big play. They come up with the key interception here, one of 2 for them in the game. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's welcome back from injury for this guy, Brandon Ayuk. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. The 49ers get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Eagles. And this is Jalen Hurts. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Eagles get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hanson says,